It's the home of the Magic, where we are broadcasting our action live today. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
Ready to go?
Look at Toronto. Looking at their performance last year, they're about where you'd expect them to be, guys. They'd like to take that next step in a positive direction here, Steve, with a win.
And when I look at Toronto, they're in the mix for a playoff spot, which is definitely a positive. But I'm sure they'd like to have had their hands around that spot a little tighter than they do.
For sure. I mean, it's certainly not a sure thing at this point. They've got work to do yet.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Toronto right now, the star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Jamari Carroll is out there with John Lewis. And it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Carroll. Lure dishes to Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Davis, that's good, and it's Payton with the assist.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
On the wing, DeRozan, guarded by Oladipo. Oladipo against DeRozan. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Lure's got his first bucket of the night.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
And Davis, here we go. Gordon, the pass to Davis. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. The Raptors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Davis up top, Carroll covering. Payton dishes to Vucevic. Fades away. That's good.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Here's DeRozan. After the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Can't hit from 12.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Davis drives in. Oladipo trying to get open, and Davis can't get it to go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's DeRozan. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Hawks in Atlanta. Puts it up from 15, and no good. Trying to use the glass. For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to the Bulls.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Lowry kicks to Carroll. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists now in this one. The Magic trail by 4. Outside, Davis. It's stolen by Carroll. Outside Lowry. Down low, stolen by Gordon. Payton against Lowry. It's tipped, and he gets it back. Here's Vucevic. The shot is off. Now Toronto takes it the other way. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, they just caught a team, Kevin, that was in a zone, and they didn't have the manpower defensively to disrupt them.
Hey, zone or no zone, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed. I mean, they never strung together any stops like they needed to. Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Now, here's Lowry. A really disappointing game for him in that loss to Atlanta. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, coach Dwayne Casey. He remained upbeat about their performance this season, even though it hasn't put them with the elite teams in the NBA. He said,
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Oladipo is out there with Jennings. And it's Davis in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Raptors.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Now Lowry. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. He kicks it to Patterson. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Patterson's got the lead up to 14 now for the Raptors.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Gordon with a screen on Lowry.
It's sticking too much.
Davis against Carroll. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 5. And Augustin kicks to Davis. It's deflected. Augustin against Lowry. Patterson, the screen. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
Let's see some numbers here on Kyle Lowry. He's coming off an excellent season. 5th in assists, 7th in steals, and he was also extremely dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 in three-point percentage.
And as you mentioned, I mean, dishing out dimes at a top 5 pace, he was in total command of the offense last season.
Augustin. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Raptors leading by 14. The dish to Patterson. Passes it to Lowry. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
He hits the second from the line. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Augustin passes to Davis. Out left to the wing. Vucevic setting the pick for Augustin. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Number 5, Kyle Lowry.
And they made their teammates better, too, because they're willing to give the ball up. They're interested in getting other people's shots and did it in spectacular fashion, too.
Elfrid Payton, he's checked in for Augustin. And both free throws good for Davis.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Leans from outside. Offensive rebound. And Davis sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Over to the wing. The pass to Lowry. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Magic trail by 13. Picked by Vucevic.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for John Lewis.
Magic timeout call. Ladies and gentlemen, your answers.
Payton outside. He dishes it to Vucevic. Inside. It's stolen by Carroll. Here's DeRozan. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Raptors lead by 15.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Payton kicks to Davis. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
DeMar DeRozan on the wing. The fadeaway. Misses off the left iron.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Payton kicks to Oladipo. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his third assist on the night.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
DeRozan dishes to Patterson. Carroll, no one around him. That one off the back iron and out.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they need to continue to press that advantage. They've got to get back to that. Don't go away from that. It's been working so well for them. Stay with it.
6 to shoot. Oladipo for 3. That's good. Oladipo's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Magic.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Patterson, the screen. Lowry passes to DeRozan. The feed now to Patterson. Steps back and fires. And that's not going to go. And we've reached halftime in this one. The Raptors out in front. They're up by 7. And now let's catch up with Doris.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Coach Casey, obviously it's early in the season, but how would you say this team is shaping up in terms of its chemistry and personnel-wise?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Coach, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of
Hey, fellas, let's go over what happened in the first half. It wasn't what we had in mind, but there's plenty of time to get things straightened out.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
Well, take a look at the numbers for Davis. 10 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
The Magic trail by 7. And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. John Lure is out there with Damari Carroll.